It's Monday. It's morning.
It's time to get out there, line your resume, and get the grind on.
Get your grind on, friends of the show. Welcome to Monday Morning with Cobb. This is a show. This is a show. First and foremost, this is a program.
We are showmen, first and foremost.
Where we talk about spooky, weird stuff in a goofy way and receive emails about how we should be more serious. I'm Darcy, that's Scone.
How many of those have we gotten?
Just a couple, actually. It's like 95% like nice things. And then
Can we sell it as a book?
Yes.
Obviously, anonymous submission.
No, we're going to get all of their info.
A full docs book.
Yeah, I'm going to get the IP address from the email. I'll get the location. You guys can just go crazy.
Doxing with Darce and Scones.
Monday morning docs, where we just provide information of random citizens.
We would have to face legal action, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's one of those things where I'm like, those websites that like have everyone's info, and you're like, is this allowed? Are you allowed to just be like, I know where you live, and like tell other people?
I'd be more impressed if we got someone to actually publish it.
True. Yeah. You think HarperCollins is in the doxing space? HarperCollins Publishing? Penguin?
I don't. I'm not. Yeah, I know Penguin
Random
is
House?
Like how I'm up is as up to date with publishing companies as I get.
Are we going to win a Caldecott medal? So we get that big Caldecott on the front. Remember those?
Are we going to get on Reese Witherspoon's reading list?
Are we going to get on Oprah's reading
Does she still do that?
Reese Witherspoon's will?
Do you think Oprah does anything anymore, or do you think she has teams and like full companies of people that act as her in the public life?
This is exactly why people come here. Let's get into this.
Let's get into it.
Oprah's team, I mean, she must have like 20 people, 30 people, right? Not including like the staff of the show. I'm just saying
just
like her own
around?
personal, like, just hanging, just on beanbags, like an opioid den in the 90s, like, just
like the 1920s.
Yeah, exactly. Like. That's what her team must be like, I would imagine.
You gotta imagine.
You know what?
That's what that song's about.
That's what John Lennon was trying to get to, right?
This is what he was trying to get across, and nobody got it.
Damn.
Darce, what's new with you?
We've solved the riddle. Well, it was Easter. I hardly know her.
Oh, yeah. Did you, how did the Eastern European Easter Bunny...
Oh, Peter the Rabbit? Yeah, he came by. He
stopped General Karzar or whatever.
Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, check out the description of the last episode.
It's a Chat GPT generated script of the Easter Bunny action movie.
Yeah, my daughter was super stoked. We played hide and seek with the eggs.
Nice.
Like 4 times, because once
did you do the hiding and seek? Who did what? Did your daughter do the hiding and seeking?
She's got some tough spots. I could not find them.
Listen, I've played hide and seek before with your daughter, and it gets intense.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Remember, I was over your house.
She runs it with like an iron fist. And if you're not paying attention and following the rules, you're gonna get
lost quick.
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble. No, but like we would hide the eggs. She'd find them and be like, again, and so we did that like 3 times. She just enjoyed looking for them.
We will do this until the sun goes down.
This is the day, and I'm like, all right, well, happy Easter. But no, it was
nice.
It was good stuff. Saw some family. Ate some chicken.
I also had a little Easter family gathering, some extended family. It was a good time. Played some wiffle ball in the backyard.
Oh, how'd it go? Did you hit a home run?
Ripped 2 dingers off my nephew. Like, sent those things to the moon. Was like, dude. Gone forever. Aaron Hernandez.
Your uncle just called him out, called him over to the. He was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I would love it if your family got so involved in the wiffle ball, it was like a real baseball game where the coach is.
It was close, dude. Everyone was out in the backyard watching, commenting.
Everyone was like commenting like how strong my muscles looked in the sunlight, and like
I'm the oldest person on the field by a good like,
but I'm killing
15 years, but
it's a U12 league, but
ripping the seams off the ball, dude.
Scones is showing them what for. Still got it.
29, dude. Still ready for my next contract.
Why do you think there's dents in the moon, brother?
Mark McGuire.
So that's great. I'm glad we
It's
both
fantastic.
had Easter, but wonderful Easter memories. We were in a cool little recording booth, little studio,
Oh, that
which
was
was cool.
sick. Shout out
Super
Railroad
dope.
Recording
Railroad
Company.
recording in Fall River, kid.
That's a little secret project. I don't think we can tell them yet.
No, we're
Little
not. But
secret project.
just know we were in the studio.
In the studio.
Our mixtape is gonna be fire. Where we release every episode of this podcast as a track on a mixtape and put
That
it
would
on
be incredible.
Honestly,
Put
not
it
the
on
worst way to
vinyl.
market your go to DatPiff, drop it there, pay to have it be
Get
the
on
featured
to-
one and be like,
Do people still use DatPiff or did SoundCloud beat
I don't know.
DatPiff?
I have no idea. Listen, I'm not
We
a
might be showing our age with DatPiff
That's true.
references.
Dude, we throw it on LimeWire, that we get Napster involved, it's gonna be sick. BitTorrent's gonna go crazy.
Something has to have overtaken SoundCloud by now, right?
Yeah, it's
Or
probably
it's
called
pretty,
like
it's pretty,
no. SoundCloud
like-
is still around because SoundCloud rappers are still a thing.
but like it's pretty universal now. Anyone can upload their shit to streaming services now, so it's like
Yeah, it could just be Spotify. Like you just, but do you like
it costs money, but
the
like
problem
you can do it.
is, I feel like the whole thing with DatPiff is people would go there for new like mixtapes and they would like look for
Yeah.
new artists. Whereas Spotify, you're just like,
It's
play me
less
the
of a-
hits, Gina.
Yeah, it's less of a hostile algorithm for new people.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like Drake made another song.
Drake made another one. That's my producer beat.
I like it. You should have done that while we were in the studio.
Shit, we got to get back there. Yeah, so we had a fun weekend. Listeners, I hope you had a fun weekend. If you didn't have a fun weekend, write in and tell us what went wrong, and we'll
Happy Easter and or Passover.
Ooh, don't need a Passover.
Wasn't Passover this weekend or
Oh,
last
wait,
week?
you really
anyway?
should. You gone in with such confidence. I trusted that you knew it was.
Sorry, raised Catholic people. I'm sorry.
Oh, give a little
You
shalom
can do it this
to the
you can do
friends.
it that.
Um,
And any other holiday that I probably don't know about.
yeah, there's probably other holidays
because of my
no.
limited American.
I am pretty
education.
sure we know them all. If we don't know them, they
Listen.
don't exist.
Let's see.
Current, it's gonna be like National
Holiday
Ice Cream Cone Day.
Right now, holiday right now. There's no holidays today. Is that insane?
National today. Wait, is there really no? National Hug Your Dog Day is on the 20th.
Dude, I'm stoked. My dog just got bathed. She smells the best she's ever smelled.
Get bathed, bro.
It's the
yeah, there's no
10th?
holidays.
No, today is National Hug Your Dog Day.
No, it's
I'm
the
seeing.
20th, bro.
It says I'm
Hold
on
up.
nationaltoday.com.
Hug Your Dog. That's where I went to. I think you're. Oh, it is
Are
April
we-
10th. You're right. It's
Oh,
National
okay.
Hug
I
Your
thought
Dog
we
Day.
were on two separate sides of the.
I'm of the
simulation.
Of the Berenstein. Yeah, hug your dogs, people. It's National Hug Your Dog Day.
Go out there, hug your dog. If you don't have a dog, find someone walking their dog. Don't ask. Don't say anything. Don't give context.
If
Run
you
up,
don't
start hugging
have
it.
any-
if it
if you don't
starts
have-
biting you, it's because it's mad. You're not hugging it hard enough.
Right, hug harder. If you don't have any dogs in your area, just hug a friend. Hug your
If
DAWG.
they yelp, it's because they are having a good time. So hug harder.
Your friends, that is. If the
Yes.
the dogs will say, "Hey, buddy, thank you."
I love
Happy-
hugging my good friends, and they go, "Yelp, yelp,
And they
yelp."
go, "Oh no!" So we're about 9 minutes in, Scony.
Yup, and we're gonna talk spooky stuff.
Bum, bum,
We promise. We always get there.
we get there.
Listeners,
It's-
I'm sure new listeners are like, "What the fuck?" But
a fine
the real
line.
ones are like, "They'll get there."
Real
this
ones
is
are like,
nonsense,
"Hey."
but they'll get there.
Let me check the time. All right, we're getting close. We'll get there.
Yeah, forward 30, forward 30, forward 30.
Back 15.
Instead of ads here, you get our nonsense and
Yeah.
our life, our like very surface level life updates.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get to talking about the legend of La Lechuza, the witch owl monster of the Rio Grande.
Ooh, which owl monster? Which owl monster is it?
It's the good one. And band, play us that good song.
Sleep me under the moonlight. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, say, can you see?
Phil getting in front of that mic where he should be.
Hot car.
Phil was at the recording studio.
Phil was at the stew. He made an appearance. Thank you so
Have
much.
we played? Did you? Is it going to be there?
No. Well, I think Phil covered the music for today.
Okay, good. So we don't even need it.
Don't even need it. We can't
Phil,
afford.
you got to remember
the
to do
rights.
the outro too if we're going to do this.
The Rockets hackers.
Ooh, I feel like
He's
I'm at the start of a sporting.
There's just a tear coming down my face. I didn't even know it was there.
I didn't even know those tears could come out of my eyes like this.
I don't know. My eyes did this. Water.
So we got an article on
Yep.
allthat'sinteresting.com.
Yep.
The best in
Around.
history, science, crazy shit.
Maybe the
that
best
you could ever
website on
find.
the internet. I'll be honest.
It's my favorite website, I think. This is an article by Austin Harvey, edited by John Karofsky.
Dude, he's edited. John Karofsky's out there editing left and right, dude.
According to centuries-old folklore, La Lechuza is the face of an old woman atop the body of an owl, and she preys on drunk men and children in the dead of night.
Dude, I used to look like that till I got my Huel subscription. Now I'm looking fire.
Get Huel right now with promo code. It's funny that she preys on drunk men, which I'm like, oh, this is some kind of
Yeah.
like folktale like against drunk men, like
Right,
don't-
no.
shouldn't, and then it's like and children.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no.
The only thing worse than drunks, little tiny people.
It went from like a legend to try to teach a lesson to a real witch, like
Yeah,
a
to, like,
New
you're just a
England
jerk.
Puritan witch.
Right.
Along the border of northern Mexico and Texas's Rio Grande Valley, there are whispers of a creature known as La Lechuza, a 7-foot owl with a woman's face whose cries can be heard at night, enticing
so
victims to wander into her clutches.
I'm a fan of this creature.
Yeah, how do I set my
How do I set
Tinder
my
to that?
desktop background to
I am human male looking for
like
woman
an owl
with
body?
owl body.
Dude, we
The
should make
ideal-
a
the
fictional
ideal body.
Yeah, a fictional Tinder for like cryptids.
Oh, apparently there's also an ad on here for the History Uncovered podcast. Shout out La Lechuza, their episode on it. Check it out.
You're gonna
We're
love
not
it.
here to steal. We're here to promote.
We're here to promote and steal a little bit, but we'll promote mostly.
Yeah, a
But-
little bit. Come on.
We're like those YouTubers that film themselves like reacting to other people's
Yeah,
funny
exactly.
videos.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like such a click vulture, but hey,
Click Vulture.
click vulture.
Click Vulture is a great name for a channel.
It is click vulture.
Click
no,
dude,
isn't
I was on
there
Click
something
Vulture
else
earlier.
vulture.
Yeah, there's like
What am I thinking of?
there's the animal vultures.
No, there's like a
is-
page or like a website, something vulture.
Oh,
It's like about music or culture. It's something. I can't remember. But we'll get to it later.
Bagel Vulture.
What if I just type vulture?
Let's just keep going and read.
Hold on.
I don't need your Google search.
Oh, it's just a website called Vulture.
Okay, great.
Entertainment news. Anyways, in some tellings, La Lechuza was once a human woman, but an act of cruelty committed against her or her child turned into a vengeful monster. In others, La Lechuza is a witch's familiar, serving her mistress's will by abducting children. Or perhaps she's a servant of Satan himself. Heard of him? One who feeds on the negative emotions of the humans who have the misfortune of encountering her. Does she feed on people's negative emotions, right?
I do?
Yeah, isn't that why your kid's always crying?
Yeah. Always. I'm gonna live forever. I go down to the local like
Just paint you
elementary
as some
school.
horrifying monster.
Yeah, I walk in and I go, Santa's not real, and then my skin gets
Nightmare.
real smooth.
Oh no! If you're listening to this and you're younger,
If you're under 10 and listening to this, find a parent. You are lost.
do you think how many kids under 10 do you think listen to podcasts?
I think
That has
some
to be like
people-
the most boring version.
well,
of
no,
what you
there's
can do.
probably like podcasts designed for like kid, like put your
Ew.
kid to sleep with these
Oh.
fun stories and rhymes.
It's
Not
like
like
a
no,
Rafi
I don't think there's
podcast.
other like 9-year-olds who are like, yeah, so trucks are wild.
So
dude."
this American life. In every version of the legend, though, one thing is certain: seeing a La Lechuza is a bad omen, perhaps of your own death, and never something to be taken lightly.
Wait, seeing a Lechuza. So this sounds like there was multiple?
It could, like, it's a species.
Yeah,
That's how they're framing it.
Interesting.
Like many legends, descriptions of the Lechuza are inconsistent, with only a few similarities from story to story. However, the widely accepted understanding of the Lechuza describes the figure as a large owl, roughly 7 feet tall with a wingspan of 15 feet and an old woman's face. So this is an imposing figure.
Could have been hooping.
As writer Kayla Padilla recounted in the Trinitonian, I don't know what the Trinitonian is, but it sounds like a sick old
Yeah, I was going to say,
tome.
it sounds like something you smash into a vampire to kill it first.
Accidentally read out loud from the Trinitonian and my life went upside down. Oh, new Evil Dead coming out looks horrifying.
Yeah.
Stories of the Lechuza are prominent in some regions of Mexico and Texas. In Padilla's hometown, it was said that the Lechuza, literally translated to owl, was a white owl possessed by a witch. Elsewhere, however, the Lechuza takes the form of a woman during the day and an owl at night. So it's like a were owl.
A wow.
A wow.
Mary. A wow.
You want to be a were owl, Mary? Many versions of the story, including Padilla's, say that Lechuza will make sounds like a crying infant, hoping to draw its victim out into the open where it can snatch them up and then return to its lair.
Is my son an owl beast?
Yeah, he might be. You got to stop checking on him.
Yeah, I got to keep. Yeah,
For your
I'm gonna
own
shut
safety.
that door and lock it.
Sorry, it's just, son, you could be
an
Lechuza.
owl. You could be half owl, half woman.
I'm not taking that chance. A
I
person also
got a daughter to raise.
have responsibilities. A person also should not look at Lechuza's face for too long, lest the creature becomes angry. Hey.
Okay, so too long. So like we can still.
I think that's
shoot
just
glances.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I think a lot of people
Yeah,
in
right.
public, if you stared at their face for too
They're
long,
gonna
would
get
become
mad.
upset.
Yeah, that's fair. She's not that crazy.
Some believe that while the Lechuza is out hunting, its human body remains elsewhere, usually in a locked room unconscious. Others believe that.
Who's
So it's like
locking the
an
room?
astral projection kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like I guess in my head it's kind of like Jason Voorhees a little bit with his mom,
or
kinda.
11
Yeah, that's a good one.
from the hit show Stranger Things.
Coming to you a theater near you, April 24th.
Last season. Coming out next year.
Oh,
Gonna
is
be
the final
sick.
season?
I believe so.
But then they'll do spin-offs and milk the thing till everyone hates it.
Well, hey, people love milking.
People love milking. Write that down.
Many believe that killing a Lechuza also kills the person inhabiting it. And
Die in
that
the game,
special
die in real
prayer. A special prayer can unveil the true identity of a Lechuza within the community. So if you know that special prayer, which we're not going to give you here, you got to earn it.
We'll give you a little hint. It starts with
Gabagool.
who the hell are you? But we won't give you the rest.
Who's the fucking Lechuza?
Let's
Amen.
choose me. Let's choose you. Let's choose her.
And then the person is just
And then you
forced
gotta
to be like, it's me.
yeah, you get a Google Maps notification with an address.
Yeah,
All
pins
synced
dropped
up.
on your phone.
Yeah.
One of the most popular recurring themes in Lechuza legends, according to Mexico Unexplained, is that the Lechuza was once a human woman who was wronged in some way and now roams the earth as a half-human creature seeking revenge.
Ooh.
Some versions of the story say her child was killed for a crime he did not commit. So now she steals lost children away from their parents as punishment.
Okay.
Another variation of the tale says the Lechuza's child was killed by a drunk man and that she exacts her revenge by preying on drunks who stumble out of local bars.
So, kind of not really understanding the whole just because one person did a bad thing means everybody has to pay. That seems, like, well, maybe.
Yeah, she's a big-time generalizer.
Yeah. A little bit of stereotyping going on, if you ask me.
The human condition. We can
What
get
are you
into
gonna
it.
do?
Or we cannot.
NPR.
Most tales of Lechuza emphasize the difficulty of killing or warding off the mythical creature. It cannot be hurt by bullets. Classic. And one who attempts to shoot it and fails to kill it dies in its stead.
Okay.
Anyone the Lechuza touches, even if it's just with one feather from its wings, instantly dies.
Okay. So she's got instant kill.
Yeah, she's got the
feathers.
golden gun, dude. Like,
yeah,
that's
that's unfair. There's no like. Can you hurt his feelings? What can you hurt about this thing? Give it like body dysmorphia? I don't know. Like,
can you
right.
bullet? Can you cyberbully the Lechuza?
yeah.
Dreaming about the Lechuza also means a family member will soon die.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so if you're dreaming about this because you're hearing it in your ear holes right
Dude,
now,
I'm throwing
Sorry.
back coffee syrup. Coffee syrup.
coffee syrup.
Coffee
Like,
syrup
are you-
every night.
You in Rhode Island, bro, making some sick coffee milk? Got that aristocrat?
Yeah, baby. And I'm having the wildest dreams about these owl. They run a sweet little cafe in my brain.
We're gonna get a cease and desist from aristocrat syrup company.
Well, if we do, thank you for listening, guys.
We're
Appreciate
gonna
it
be
so
like,
much.
please stop talking about our customers
When you mention the
dying
owl
from
woman,
Encountering a Lechuza then means almost certain death. Still, there are several methods of warding off a Lechuza, most of which involve the incantation of prayers or the appliance of herbs such as chili powder and salt.
ooh,
So get a little delicious.
yeah,
And,
cook it up in the kitchen. Get Guy Fieri in there. And
but like the
Figure
legends
out.
themselves, these methods differ from story to story. But with so many versions, how did these stories begin in the first place? So let's get to the origin darts of La Lechuza.
La Lechuza Origins Wolverine.
My favorite movie. Do you remember when that movie leaked without any special effects?
No, what?
So
About Deadpool?
nope, Wolverine Origins. Deadpool is in it, but it leaked before it
Oh,
came
yeah.
out, and it leaked the version with post production.
Oh,
So no special effects. So wires, and it was very goofy. And
Oh, was
like
everyone
Ryan
like, oh,
Reynolds
no.
with shit all over himself, like a special effects tape and stuff, and like green.
I did not see this.
That was, I don't know why I remember that so clearly. But anyway, like many folk stories, tales of the Lechuza were passed along orally, which makes it difficult to determine the original source of the legend. After all, there is no known written account that might definitively pinpoint a sole author. Rather, it's likely that the legend of Lechuza evolved over time, with input and variation from every person who told the story. So pretty classic folklore here.
Classic folk.
Do you think any lasting folklore ever has an origin? Like, do you think that kind of ruins it?
I mean, it probably takes away from it because then it's like, it's just Jeremy. It's not. It's
Jeremy
not like,
was just wilding one day. And
It's
came
not
up
like
with
a
all
legend
this.
passed down from generation to generation about that.
So we were smoking that Zaza, and Jeremy came up with the craziest stuff.
Bro, Jerry wrote this out. The only ones that actually,
Does
if you think
Slenderman,
of modern,
does that have
I
a
was gonna say Slender Man is like modern folklore, and that's still kind of carried its own legacy, even though you
Creepypasta.
can point to like the user who wrote the story. But I guess it's written in the tense of like, hey, this is some stuff I found.
Do we know for sure the definitive author of Slenderman, like the first one?
Yeah. It's
What's his name?
/Slender Jeremy.
Did Slenderman write it? He was tired
Oh.
of his PR team sucked so bad
Yeah.
that he was like, I'm fucking doing
He's
this
like,
myself.
every time they try to post a picture of me, it's all blurry. Maybe if I do some written word on this blog here.
It's all Mothman this, Boogeyman that. Where's Slenderman's time?
Slenderman.blogspot.com. Couldn't afford the domain, so he had to do the free version.
But experts have been able to loosely trace the story of La Lechuza back to its roots and offer a broader understanding of where, when, and perhaps most importantly, why this legend came about. In pre-Columbian Mesoamerica, indigenous peoples developed spiritual bonds with animals. Their relationships with nature influenced their relationships with the gods. Speaking with NPR's Latino USA podcast, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley anthropologist Servando C. Hinojosa explains, life exists in many different orders. It exists in a human order of being, it exists in animal orders of being, but these were not entirely separate. They were permeable boundaries between them.
Okay.
That's like one of the coolest sentences I've ever heard.
It's a solid
Solid sense.
sentence.
When conquering Spaniards came to Mesoamerica, Hinojosa said that they brought with them firm Christian beliefs and condemned the beliefs of the natives as paganism and devilry. So, some classic colonialism coming up.
You gotta love it.
The Spanish colonizers swiftly sought to expel these ideas and replace them with Catholic values. Like Easter, everybody.
As one does.
Like finding eggs.
Finding Nemo and finding eggs. Two Catholic what's the word for?
No, you got
pillars
this.
of
Go
the
off,
Catholic
King.
community.
Let Darcy cook, everybody.
Hold on. I'm cooking.
And given the time period, roughly 500 years ago, the fear and prosecution of witchcraft was deeply embedded in the Christian belief system. And nocturnal animals such as cats and owls became inextricably linked to witchcraft.
Harry Potter.
Darce, I learned, do you know why cats are associated with witches?
They both like milk.
Yes. No, it's because
2%?
cats in like this time period, almost 500 years ago, a lot of the times women who were widows or whatever, the people who you classically were
Crazy
accused
cat
of
ladies.
witchcraft, had cats. And because they had cats, the cats ate mice and rats around them. And because they ate mice and rats, these women did not get sick from plagues or diseases that would roll through town as often. And then they would get accused of witchcraft, which kept them from, or would accuse them of getting everybody sick but themselves. And that's why cats are assumed with, or are connected to
Yeah, I knew that. You didn't
There
let me
you
finish.
witches. They like milk. And
I was going to say, yeah, they like milk, but that's not all. They
I gotta
like
give
rats.
Darce that beat in
Yeah,
between.
you got to give me
his,
the extra for dramatic effect. You really kind of talked over me that whole time. If you listen really closely, I'm saying the exact word for word same thing, just a little quieter in the background.
I gotta learn to read between the lines,
Yeah, read between the lines, dude.
dude.
Speaking of cats,
Oh my gosh, what a show!
what
What a
show.
non Jim Henson puppet show.
Non-Jim Henson puppet show.
There weren't a lot of those.
Nope. Bear in the Big Blue House. Sorry, Jim Henson.
Was it?
Yeah. You think
Was
Trilo?
Mr.
You think someone came up with
Rogers-
Trilo without Jim Henson's approval? Hell no.
Was Mr. Rogers
Yeah,
like
he was a puppet.
Well, no, the weirdos in the train castle. Were those Jim Henson? Like King Friday?
Prince Wednesday? He could use. I don't know. That's a good question.
These are the questions that we're
These are the questions.
as a human race we cannot
We need
answer
answers
them.
to.
No longer were they seen as spiritual allies or other forms of humans or deities, Hinojosa said. Now these animals were seen more and more of how the Europeans had been seeing them for centuries, as evidence of a kind of strange partnership with dark forces.
Ooh,
Sweet.
skirt.
Imagine thinking like owls are evil, but then like you're okay with rats living in your house.
Yeah. Guys,
Couldn't
get
be
outta
me,
here.
dog.
God.
As Christian values took hold of colonial Spanish Mesoamerica, they also slowly began to embed themselves in the narratives of traditional oral storytelling. Eventually, the owl became a symbol of evil associated with witchcraft, a bad omen, and a symbol of death itself.
Damn.
Thus, the Lechuza would be born.
Lala, I choose you. More like.
So, Darcy,
That's
also
my
disturbing...
that's my Valentine's Day card for the Lala Chusa.
Lala
Lala choose you.
choose
you.
It's did print and sell.
Yep.
We also have disturbing modern accounts with the mythical creature.
Does it have its own forum, like Slenderman?
Yeah. Modern accounts are, it DM'd me.
Ooh. It's like, hey, do me next.
Hey, you want to get drunk and walk around the Rio Grande Valley?
Hey, what are you doing later?
While the Lechuza, I shouldn't say the and Lechuza, while the Lechuza may not share the fame of some of its legendary brethren, such as the Wendigo or Bigfoot.
Yo, those are big names.
The mythical witch owl has firmly rooted itself in the culture of northern Mexico and the Rio Grande Valley. To this day, people share stories of real-life encounters that they claim to have had with the Lechuza. One such example comes from a user on Reddit who wrote, "This happened to me when I was only a few weeks old, and my mother decided to go to Mexico to show me to her family who lives there. My mother told me that her family decided to have a big party to celebrate our arrival."
Nice. I wish my family did that.
Yeah, I know. It's fucked. When it was over, my grandmother took my mom and I to the guest room where we would be sleeping. As we got settled, my grandma's Rottweiler named Rocky came in. He didn't want to leave, so he stayed in our room. It was also hot that night, so my mom opened a sliding glass door that led to the balcony. To let some air in for the night. We were on the second floor, so she felt safe leaving it open. The writer goes on to describe how their mother awoke in the middle of the night to find Rocky, typically a gentle, quiet dog, barking at the window, and the infant wailing, face down on the mattress. Rocky was barking at something out on the balcony, and when the writer's mother turned to see what it was, she could not believe her eyes. Before her was a massive, hideous owl with feathers black as coal. Rocky darted for the owl, but the giant creature flew away. According to the writer, their grandfather later found a cut on the baby's leg and noticed that the pillows had been thrown across the room.
Uh-oh.
Today, my mother tells me that I survived a kidnapping attempt from La Lechuza, the Reddit user wrote.
Dude, that's okay. Regardless of if this is true or not, probably not. That's still really cool.
It's also just like...
Or like a cool story.
That your mom treats it as a matter of fact, like, yeah.
She's
like the way my mom would tell me I had a crazy fever once. Like,
yeah. She's like, yeah, Owl Woman, she meant business, dude.
She almost got you.
This close. You're lucky.
Whenever I go visit my family, they always call me Lechuzita as a remembrance of surviving La Lechuza's attempt. The real hero here, though, is my grandma's dog, Rocky. Shout out to Rocky.
Yo,
probably not alive right now, but...
Dude, he could really use a wish right now.
Everyone should go out and adopt a dog in need.
Name it Rocky in honor.
And keep your kids safe. Of course, anything on the internet should be taken with a giant... Nope. Let's start that again. Of course,
you're like, nope, can't read that. Not true.
I refuse. Anything on the internet should be taken with a grain of salt. Still, there are hundreds of stories shared online that speak of the Lechuza, and for some, the fear is very much real. Damn. From a cultural perspective, the legend of La Lechuza stands as a symbol of the history and beliefs of a group of people, one that has morphed over the years as the culture around it changed. Today, La Lechuza strikes fear into the hearts of countless people who, before colonization, may have once considered creatures like the owl a friend. And that, Darce, is the story of La Lechuza.
That right there was the story of the La Lechuza, La Lechuza.
So, pretty cool, pretty horrifying, and to always love... I mean, I'd count this as a cryptid.
Oh, for sure. 100% cryptid. I mean
what's the line between, folklore, character and cryptid? Like, is a witch a cryptid?
No, I think a cryptid has to be not a creature.
So non-human creature is where you draw the line.
It can be humanoid, but it cannot be like a witch is just a lady who knows witchcraft.
Dude, that is fighting words. You better watch yourself.
Sorry.
Calling witches out there just some ladies.
Okay, listen. Everybody take it easy.
Let's not get any witches riled up.
I like a witch to me is not a cryptid.
Okay.
Just in the same way that a sorcerer is not a cryptid.
Is Baba Yaga's house that runs on two chicken legs?
To me, Baba Yaga is a cryptid.
Ooh, so what's the difference there?
Well, because in my mind, although she is a witch, she is a mystical being.
Okay. Is her house its own cryptid?
I suppose, yeah, the chicken house. She is a singular entity. Whereas a witch or a wizard or a sorcerer are not boogeymen and women.
So she's ascended because she has her own name, title.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know, dude.
It's tough. Where do cryptids start and where do they end?
I need to ask.
Write in on your opinion, listener.
Write to your governor and get their ideas. I would love to hear that.
That's what America needs right now.
We need some unity around what is a cryptid. Maybe that'll be the start of the healing process for the United States.
It would be so divisive for the stupidest reasons.
Yeah, it would be. Well, gang, that's La Lechuza. I hope
Yeah, and
You
if
love-
any listeners have any roots in northern Mexico, southern Texas, and you
And
have
have
any
stories,
experience,
hit us up.
please let us know because that would be sick.
We La Lechuchus you, our listeners, every week, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Check us out on Twitter at MMMacabrePod, Monday Morning Macabre on Instagram, and MondayMorningMacabre.com for all your Patreon merch, etc., whatever you want to know stuff.
Yeah, you ought to know right now.
And besides that, I love you all, and to all, a lovely night.
Wow.
In the Rockies we play, as I used to hear, the hackers in the Baccaras, yeah. Oh, say does the star spangled banner yellow.
Woo!
Bring
it
And the home of the Hakka.
Yeah. Woo!
Woo!
Play ball.
All right.
Oh, man.
Bye, everybody.
Tear to my eye. Goodbye.